We're here today on the shores of the Red Sea in the Lower Hejaz Mountains to visit one of the newest circuits on the Formula One calendar. We're in Jeddah, home to what we all hope is going to be a thrilling Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So let's take a look at the topographical map of the Jeddah Street Circuit. As you can see, a number of challenging corners for the drivers to master here. We'll see just how much the teams have benefited from their time spent in practice this weekend. And like many street circuits, this track has the potential to punish drivers that get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid any safety cars today. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and the smooth operator Carlos Sainz completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Hamilton, Oscar Piastri, Perez, Albon, Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Norris, Zhou, Stroll, Tsunoda, Hülkenberg, Magnussen, Sargent, Bottas, Ocon, Ricciardo, and Grim Reaper. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. Anthony Davidson will be sharing his insight alongside me once again today. What should we be looking out for, Ant? Now, can I get your take on Max Verstappen?
Well, it was a really impressive lap in qualifying to get pole position, but are they going to be able to hold on to the lead into the first corner with so many quick starters around them? One more thing to consider is the strategy element. How far can the drivers push these tyres, and who's going to blink first for fresh rubber? It'll be interesting to see if the leaders have to compromise their plan to cover off the cars behind them.
Okay, we've got that relief of having points on the board finally, so let's keep that form up and get another top 10 finish today, please. Okay, the start was fine. Let's try and move forward. job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 7.9 seconds. Okay, clear. Okay, we want you to pit this lap, so push now, push. are going to start falling away soon.
And away we go, no problems, very smooth. Mercedes will no doubt be very happy with that stop.
Look after these tyres now, you want to finish the race on this compound. Okay, good work, great pass. Okay, Lewis is in for his stop. Okay, push, gap to the car behind, 9.2 seconds. Gap to your teammate behind is 22.8 seconds. laps of fuel remaining. Okay, final lap, let's go, final lap. Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining. Fantastic drive, that's just fantastic, amazing, you deserved that race win. Well done, mate.
They've delivered an outstanding performance today and under intense pressure to take a well-earned victory at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
I think the key here was just the quality of the racecraft, you know? I mean, how many overtakes did they make overall? I'm sure we have a stat person keeping score somewhere, and it was fantastic to watch, wasn't it? This is a strategic sport at the end of the day, but it's always really gratifying to see close-fought battles on track. It's what all the fans are after.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it.